Hey guys, happy Sunday. So today I'm doing something a little bit different. I have the pleasure of being part of a bundle called the Intuitive Entrepreneur Bundle, and it's something that really felt called to me. And this is the lovely Janine. How are you?
I'm good, good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I wanted to bring her on today, so because the bundle is hers, but I wanted to be able to share it with you, just so you can really get to understand these. Because a lot of the times we'll see bundles, we'll see different events that are going on, and you wonder whether or not you should participate in them. So this is a perfect opportunity to see, does this lean into what you want to do? Does it lean into where you're bringing your business and the things that you want to tune into? And if this feels called to you, if you're watching this right now, then the answer is probably yes. And if you want to know more about the bundle and get access to all of the information immediately, the link is here. So whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on LinkedIn, the link is literally there. So you just need to click on it to be able to get access to it. But we had goosebumps, didn't we, before we went live with something that's come up? Do you want to share?
Oh my gosh, we really did. So the Intuitive Entrepreneur Bundle, the name of the bundle, um, there is a VIP level where you can hop on live classes with experts and things like that. And so there's been something I've noticed really interesting that's been happening. One of our experts, as she was recording her VIP class, she was in a hurricane. She was showing us from her window the palm trees blowing, like the hurricane that was going on there. Hurricane
Yep.
Helena.
Yeah.
Um, and then one of our other experts in the VIP had to move her call because a tornado had just gone through there. And then just before me and Joanne had hopped on the call, she was saying she's in is it an orange storm?
Storm warning. If you're in Ireland, we have beautiful trees that are like,
And so, I mean, we were talking about this, and then all of a sudden we got chills because we realized like part of this is the impact that this bundle is making. Not so much the container of the bundle, but the group of women that came together for this, and like powerful women, and literally from all over the world. I mean, Ireland, the States, I'm in Canada, we have Bali, we have like literally all over the world. And now all of a sudden it's like we've got hurricanes, we've got major storms, we've got tornadoes. There is something big. It's a ripple. And that's what I seen as soon as I got the intuitive like hit to put this together. I just seen it as a drop of water and the water rippling out like this. And so my intention for this bundle um, has been about making impact. It hasn't, the numbers would be nice to have lots of people come in. That would be great. But my intention for this was impact. And the more that this bundle is going, because we're in week 2 of it, it actually closes tomorrow already. We're in week 2 of it. The longer that this bundle goes, the more that I'm seeing that the impact, there's been a lot of really interesting connections already happening that started because of that one intuitive hit that like, hey, ripples and the name intuitive entrepreneur. And so that's been really fascinating to see because this bundle is all about being an entrepreneur that follows their intuition. And I honestly think your business is just a byproduct of you following your intuition and your personal journey. And it just gets to show up and manifest in a business. And that's just gets to be how you serve. But the work is really continually you. And your business just gets to be the vehicle that's getting you there, is my experience. What's your experience on that?
yeah, same. Like my stand in the world is for women to be able to create abundance, freedom, and unconditional love. And again, the vehicle is through entrepreneurship, but it's that, like I always say, my journey started from signs. So I had come out of it like a toxic relationship, and I was like, I don't want to live this life anymore. I am open to receiving, was exactly what I said. And I was like, I'm determined to follow the signs that are in front of me because I'm trusting that the doors are being opened for me. And when I followed the signs, like if I had a thought and a door opened up for it, I'm like, and I'm going to enter in here. And then if another door, I'm like, I'm going to enter in here. Like, because random conversations would take place, books would happen, ads. My first ever coach came because I saw an ad on Facebook that came from a thought I had in my head. So true story. I went for bioenergy healing. The lady there said, have you read The Secret? I said, no. Shock horror 2020. I had never read The Secret. I know. I'm probably one of the few. But I read it on a plane on the way to a hen. This was the weekend right before lockdown happened for COVID. And as I was reading it on the plane, physical book, I'm like, I love Bob Proctor. I was like, I really love what he stands for. I had no idea who the man was before this. I was like, but I feel really called to it. And I saw an ad on the way back on the plane, or sorry, in the airport before I got on the plane for a local event with one of his top consultants. Sign, yep, went. She ended up becoming my first mentor, and everything rippled from there. So I'm all about following your intuition because it's leading you to places. So if you're watching this, it's no coincidence that you're watching it. It's no coincidence that means you got these ripple, like full on bodied goosebumps that ran through us as we were talking about this. There's no coincidences in life. Everything is intentional, but once you choose to see it this way. So, like definitely you need to get connected with this bundle if this is feeling called to you, if you're getting the tingles or like the tingles up the back of here, because there's so much amazing things that are in here. Like, do you even want to touch on what's in the bundle?
So we kind of cover, I can touch on a few things, but there's over 50 gifts. There's over 50 gifts that's been contributed. And like I added it up to see like what the real world value was. It's over $6,000 that like these 50 experts have just been like, here, this would be a good fit. This would be a good fit. But I've really broke because that's a lot. That's a lot to decipher through. And I don't want anyone to go into the bundle and get all the gifts. I don't think that is helpful for you. I think that creates overwhelm. And I think it keeps you in the cycle of just like being a continuous learner rather than being out in the world doing it. So I've made it easy. I've broken it into 3 categories: harnessing your intuition, redefining your limits, and living your most extraordinary life. And so I think those 3 categories really break down what we all experience when we're on that entrepreneurial journey. It's like at the beginning, we start tapping into our intuition and we start learning it and we just start discovering it. And then we start challenging our beliefs and the way that we see the world and how we experience it and being intentional about the world we're creating. And then that's where it really goes into living your extraordinary life. Like, I love your story, how the coach came into your life, because the interesting thing is, and the truth is about leaning into the intuitive when you're living your life is you didn't do effort. You didn't do effort to find your coach. You let it come to you. And it does get to be that simple. You didn't live in the turmoil of like, oh, I need to find someone. Is this right? Is this one right? Oh, I need to keep looking. I need to keep looking. Like, you didn't put yourself through that angst. And I think there's such a surrender and trust when you go down this path.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the word trust, isn't it? Because I think
uh,
that's what it comes down to when it's intuition, it's trust. It's like you ask for something, it happens, you step into it. Like you don't second guess it, you don't question it, because it's moving you towards what you want, right?
yeah. Yeah. And so true. And you know what? We have those moments when we're like, that, oh my gosh, like, am I trusting this? This
Mm.
doesn't feel right. Did I actually follow the right thing? That happens all the time. And that's where we get to go into the redefining our limits. That happened to me. This bundle has been that experience for me, where at the beginning I was like, oh, the numbers aren't showing up. I got this intuitive hit. I put it all together. I put together amazing women and the numbers. What's going on? And it was the first week was such a beautiful, like, digging into it, discovering what does this mean? And then I really got to re-anchor into that impact. And once I did, things just started happening where it's like, oh, these experts met in real life. These experts got together and got to have another conversation because they met here. Like, bigger things got to keep happening. And so we don't always understand the how. We rarely ever understand the how or the what's going to come because of it. But
Mm.
it's so important to keep trusting.
Yeah.
It's huge. I did write down a few of the gifts because I'm like, there's no way my memory does not hold things well. And
That's a lot.
I've come to discover that that's a gift because then I can stay in my intuition and not the
Yeah.
stories. So there is a benefit, but um, there's a there's a few of the gifts. There's like a 3-card tarot reading. You can go and you'll get a personal tarot reading, which I had done because how could I not? Oh, the clarity in it was beautiful. You have your wealthy women meditation in there.
That's
So
it.
if people have not accessed that yet, this is where you can go and get it for free, which is amazing. There's an anxiety free bundle.
Yeah.
Um, there's an intuition awakening kit, and that's just a few of the things.
Yeah.
just a very, very few of the things that you'll find in there.
No, it is really cool. I know some of the women in there personally, like some of them are friends of mine, so I know what's being contributed to it. And I just want to say a thank you to you for putting this together, because obviously events like this are a huge amount of work and they're here to serve, you know. So anyone watching this, if you're seeing this and you know you haven't yet accessed it, do. You have no idea what you're going to be missing out on if you don't. And this is where you get to lean into trust and surrender that this has come to you for a reason, and that the beautiful gifts that are in there are there to support you on your journey. They're not there to confuse you. They're not there to make things difficult. They're actually there to support you. And when you're in there, you'll see what you're going to be pulled to. You'll see what you're guided to. So go for it. The link is there. So again, whether you're watching on YouTube or LinkedIn, the link is there. And also make sure that you follow Janine too.
Wonderful. I just want to leave one final note here before we hop off. This bundle has all been about making ripples, as we shared. And so I just want to invite you, if you feel called to it, if you have friends that you know this would benefit, just share it. Like there's so much good. It's completely free, and you can make such an impact just by doing that. And so I just want to put that out there and share, like, please share it. Keep the ripples going.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, sharing is caring. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And everybody go join the